Today I am bringing you a much anticipated and highly requested video here on my channel, and that is all things Lego. It's gonna be part one of a multiple video series, but I have my son Dello here. He has sold by far more Lego than I ever have as a Lego reseller, and he's something of a Lego expert for sure. This video is meant more for the reseller who wants to get into selling Lego than the Lego aficionado. So adult fans of Lego, don't come at us. This is a very basic bare bones video that will get you reselling Lego, because if you didn't know, Lego actually appreciates more than gold. There's an 11% annual increase on retired sets when sold on secondary market. That is greater than gold or stocks or bonds. If you're not already selling Lego, you should be. Alrighty. So you think you want to buy some bulk Lego? I feel like the number one thing that they need to be aware of when buying bulk Lego, it's going to be a dirty bulk buy. What, 40% of the time, at least, maybe half of the time, you're going to get the little crunchies in the bottom of the toy box.
Yeah, the random G.I. Joe hands.
Maybe Cheerio pieces.
Yeah, dog hair and people hair. It's just gross.
Dust, vacuum drippings.
Everything you can think of.
It's all in there. And then some of the actual Lego pieces are dirty.
Yeah.
It would have to be a pretty valuable piece before I'm actually going to sit there and clean off every individual Lego piece. So if you see a bulk buy online, try to set up an appointment to see that in person before you buy it, because we've definitely bought a few lots that have made me sneeze.
There's plenty of videos online that can show you how to clean bulk Lego, so we'll link those.
Very first tip in reselling Lego is to understand that not every single building block is a Lego. There's a super simple way to tell if a building block is a Lego though. Tell them what it is. This is so basic.
It'll just say Lego on it.
Every piece?
Every piece.
Every single piece.
Every one.
Will say Lego somewhere on it. Not every building block that is not Lego is counterfeit. Some of them are just different brands. Mega Blocks makes a building brick that is very similar to Lego, but it's not Lego. But sometimes they are downright imposters.
Counterfeit sets won't say Lego on them, but they'll most of the time have the same set and the same design as Lego.
Absolutely stolen designs, yeah.
Or they'll take them from mock creators, put on the internet. That happens a lot.
True. Which mocks are just fan creations.
Stands for my own creation.
And we're going to be going through some other Lego terms that you need to know deeper into this video. The term minifig is a copywritten term that is copywritten to Lego. So if you do find Mega Blocks or some off-brand building block, you cannot call that a minifig. Minifig is an exclusive term specifically designed and copywritten by Lego.
Can you tell which one is real and which one is fake? It's hard to tell on camera, but you can tell how their flesh tones are ever so slightly different. In person, it's a little bit easier to tell. And you can also just look, this Thor has the Lego logo inside of his head, whereas this one simply has nothing. From this angle, you can definitely tell the skin tone difference of the two. And then if you look at their heads, this one just has a hole in it, whereas that one does have the Lego logo. The material of the plastic is also just off. The insides are a little bit different, but a lot of vintage minifigs, their insides actually do look like that. Which of these Han Solos in Carbonite do you think is real, and which one do you think is fake? They're both real. You may think that this one is fake compared to this one because it's just a lot less in depth. But this one is just a vintage piece. You can see the Lego logo right there in that little box. And then this one has it on the back. This is just a newer piece, and then this one is a vintage one. There's a few ways that whenever I am sorting through bulk Lego and I'll see a piece and I'm like, that's vintage. One way is the color. The color will usually just look a little bit off. That doesn't mean that it's fake. It could just be old. Also the logo. If you see the Lego logo on it, which means it's real, and the font just like looks a little different, we'll insert some pictures right now of ones that you can tell which ones are clearly vintage and which ones are new.
I really do like that vintage Lego font, but you can tell just by looking at these bricks that we've inserted here that it is completely a different font. So if you see that and you've only ever seen modern Lego, you may dismiss these really cool and valuable vintage bricks as knockoffs, and they're not. Get familiar with that vintage Lego logo and that vintage Lego font, and that can also help you to date the bricks.
Also, sometimes with vintage parts, if you try and put them with newer parts, sometimes they will be a little loose. Again, that doesn't mean that they're fake, they're just old.
There are a few vintage colors that are more rare because Lego actually, I won't say they recalled them, but they decided that something in the formula was a little brittle. Isn't there a brown on the Star Wars sets that's like that?
Old brown up until like 2000, sometime in the 2010s, it's just like junk. It will fall apart on you, so be careful.
It's the equivalent of when you go to sell vintage black t-shirts, how a lot of the black will dry rot and you can almost just poke your thumb right through it. The vintage brown Lego is the same way, and most Lego does not crumble like that. As AFOLs, which stands for adult fans of Lego, that's one term that you need to know. There are a lot of terms that we may use, we may even use in this video, that I feel like if you aren't a fan of Lego, you're not going to know them, but you need to. So I'm going to quiz you on some of these Lego terms, okay? What does UCS mean?
Ultimate Collector's Series.
What is that exactly?
They use it mainly for Star Wars, but recently like Marvel has had a few sets in the line. It's for like the really die-hard, like it's very detailed and just a lot bigger and bulkier of a set compared to one designed for kids.
It's definitely an 18 and up set, and they are pricey. We're talking to the tune of like $400, $500, $600 for the UCS sets. Another acronym here, CMF. What does that mean?
Collectible minifigure.
So what is a collectible minifig?
It's the ones, you'll see them now, they're in the boxes, but they used to be in bags.
It's kind of like a blind bag. There's a mystery. It could be one of what, 12 or 16 different minifigs, and you don't know which one you're gonna get. As Dello said, they used to be in little poly bags, but now they're actually in boxes. Definitely subscribe because you don't want to miss the upcoming Lego video that we have specifically about minifigs, and we're going to talk a little bit more about those CMFs there. Dello, what do you do with Lego? Do you build or play?
I just build it and I put it on shelves. I have 4 different shelves in my bedroom just full.
It's kind of a funny term to bring up, but if you're going to bring Lego to Whatnot specifically, you might not want to tell the adult fans of Lego, you might not want to use the word play, just use the word build. I feel like in the community, people say build with Lego. We're not playing with them. What is a poly bag?
It's just a little bag. Usually it'll have either like a minifig or a bunch of parts in an instruction book that you can build something with.
And some of those can be highly collectible. One more term you need to know if you're going to sell or buy Lego, and that is sealed. Sealed means everything in the Lego world. It's either sealed or it may as well be used. Am I right?
Yeah. If the tape is broken on a box, like if it's cut or anything, then it's used. You can't say it's...
So if you find a set at a yard sale and you're thinking, here's a brand new set, be sure to check and see if that tape is broken. If it's broken, it is not a sealed set, and you should not sell it as new.
Lego's tape also has, usually it has like a little hand or something on it. But yeah, usually it has a little print. It's not just like Scotch tape, it's its own tape.
Because sets can be resealed, and those are not sealed sets. Another way a set can be sealed is by this punch tab being completely intact. This set actually has no tape, but it is rather glued in. These perforated lines being intact prove that this set is sealed. It's pretty clear to tell if that perforation has been broken and the set is now open. Another term you need to know when buying or selling Lego would be custom. What specifically does that mean in the Lego world?
It can mean a few different things. One thing is that it's official Lego parts, but they pad print it, which is basically, it's just like a little sponge with the print and then it sticks it on the minifig. The official Lego part.
That can be so deceptive because I see that it says Lego and automatically I think it's a Lego part or a Lego piece. And if they're going to take the effort of printing it, it's probably a rare piece.
Yeah, like the Cloud City Boba Fett from 2006, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. That minifig sells for like $2,000 all day long. But if you go on eBay, you can see pad printed custom ones selling for like $50 to $300.
So someone might get really excited that they found a rare fig and it's not a rare fig. Is there any way that I can tell looking at it, hey, this is pad printed and this is not original Lego print?
Not really, actually. The printing, like the pad printing is like so close because I believe that's what Lego actually does. I was looking at a Cloud City Boba Fett one time. It was a Cloud City Boba Fett and the Cloud City Luke that came in that set, and they wanted like 500 for it. And we'll get into this in the minifig video, but I noticed that the printing on the legs was vertical instead of horizontal, which is what it needed to be for it to be like time accurate. So they were trying to pass it off as if it was like original and not fake.
It's those tiny details, guys. If you're going to get into Lego, dip your toe in the water first. Do not go spending hundreds of dollars on a minifig thinking it's rare and that you'll return thousands unless you truly know a lot about this niche. And we're gonna keep doing these videos so that hopefully you will eventually truly know a lot about this niche. If the idea of sourcing used Lego and sourcing at yard sales makes you a little uneasy, rest assured that you can be really successful at retail arbitrage with Lego, but you just have to know what's the best buy point. Recently, we filled 2 carts and spent about $1,000 on Lego. It was kind of crazy. We got really excited though because it was 50% off. I'm here to tell you 50% off in Lego just does not happen. What do you think is the sweet point in buying Lego? First of all, if you ever see it on sale, but when you see it on sale at 10%, 20%, what is that price point that you're comping it out?
Anytime it's on sale, it's definitely worth it to at least look it up on eBay and see what it's selling for right now.
That's true because so many different themes carry vastly different values. Like Lego Friends, no offense, but it's just, don't pick it up to resell. I'm just telling you, unless you find it at a yard sale or at a thrift store, the value is likely not there in retail arbitrage to resell Lego Friends. Although some of the houses are so cool. These are Lego Friends sets, and I guess it's Lego's answer to try to market Lego more towards a female and girl audience, and I think they could have just left it alone. We liked minifigs just the way they were. That being said, I did buy myself a few sets whenever they went on sale. I got a couple of the Disney castles, and I think I bought like the school because we can insert those into our Lego city and no one's ever even gonna know. I like the Lego Friends minifigs, which are they even still called minifigs?
They're called mini dolls.
Lego Friends mini dolls are not worth picking up. You're not gonna resell those. Stello practically has to give them away on his whatnot. Just say no. A few other Lego themes that are not worth picking up. I would say Dot. This is what Dots looks like. It is these tiny little stud plates, interchangeable. It allows you to customize anything from bracelets to little jewelry boxes. They do not sell very well. The video series had a really cool concept and it was a bit like the CMFs, but it didn't do very well either.
Minecraft minifigs as well. They don't really sell for too much. Pretty much same boat as the Friends mini dolls. You pretty much have to give those away.
I feel like Minecraft as a whole, as a theme with Lego, has been so long running. They come out with new sets every single year of Minecraft. And I guess those are just a case-by-case basis. Look each of them up, but I haven't found that any of them resell for a whole lot more than retail arbitrage. One more theme that, although it's really amazing and I collect them, they just don't resell that well, that would be the home decor lines, the flowers, the wreaths, things like that. Even when it retires, it's not so highly collectible that you can't probably find it on the secondary market in abundance.
Some sets that you almost always want to pick up are Lego Star Wars sets. There's a lot of them that, you know, like a year or two after they retire are sometimes like double or triple the price. So
if you find a Lego Star Wars set while it was on sale, try to hold it as long as you can because, I mean, you can really get a good return on your investment. As we stated earlier in this video, year after year, they're going to appreciate 11% in value with some retired Lego sets.
Also check out some Harry Potter sets. Most of them aren't really too much, but again, if you can get them for cheap enough. I bought 2 Hogsmeade sets for 50% off. I'll at least sell it for retail value, whether it's a year or two. That's double my money. So
that's pretty nice on retail arbitrage to at least double your money. As soon as these go on sale, you have to realize that it wasn't just your Walmart or your Target that put them on sale. They did go on sale nationwide, so you're gonna see an immediate drop in price just because everyone's kind of flooding the market with those ones that were on clearance. So hold it as long as you can.
Some Marvel ones are also really good ones to purchase whenever they go on deep enough clearance.
Yeah, sometimes there can be exclusive minifigs in the Marvel sets too.
Yeah, Marvel has some really nice minifigs.
Some major collabs historically have resulted in huge dividends later on. If you ever find the Simpsons house, for instance, just comp that thing out. We'll insert some comps here for you. The thing is, a lot of the times those major collabs come out while they're available. We don't know how valuable they're going to be when they retire. So if you have an opportunity, like Dello said earlier, you're at least going to get retail value for these Lego sets. They rarely go below retail after they've retired.
Yeah, there's plenty of those big collabs, like she said, all the Simpsons stuff is really good. The Stranger Things house, that set is a lot more expensive than it used to be. But then there's stuff like the Office set that isn't much. The new like BTS Dynamite Diner, whatever that is. 2 years from now, that's not going to be much. It just depends on if it's relevant, like we're super relevant at the time.
That's true, and whether or not it's something that your average Lego collector would go after. I feel like the average Lego collector is not also a BTS fan,
yeah,
but more like they were trying to pull BTS fans into the Lego world. So in a few years, consider that. The average Lego collector probably is a Simpsons fan, because like, who's not, right? There's no gatekeeping going on here. We're actually going to tell you the biggest sales that we've ever seen on retail arbitrage is when the new sets come out, like right before that. So January and July. If you get nothing else out of this video, January and July, your major retailers are going to be putting Lego sets on up to 50% off. You have to grab them when you see them. You need to be the first one there. That is when we loaded up 2 carts at 50% off.
Definitely sit on them as long as you can though, after it retires, because if you list it before it retires, people aren't going to be buying yours. They'll go to Lego's website.
Very true. Lego is definitely a long game, I would say. We want to show you guys how to break down the details on a box set. 10777 is actually the set number. You could use that, or just below it the set title, to comp out and search for this set. Below that we have 103 pieces, and one very important factor on this one is that it's 4 and up. Historically, the 4 and up sets don't carry the same resale value as other sets, but they definitely can, so comp them out. This one does have larger pieces, smaller still yet than the Duplo, but it's made for a younger generation. Whereas this one does not have 4 and up. The age is actually at the top, 8 and up. If this was a UCS set, that would say 18 and up. Then we have the set number. Dark Trooper Attack is the set title, and it has 166 pieces. Here's an example of a set that does say 18 and up, but it is not a UCS set. So not every single set that says 18 and up is UCS. This is just created with an adult in mind. And this is part of that botanical collection, the beautiful decor pieces. If you want to collect these, that's amazing. I collect these, but they don't resell for a ton of money. While this is the box standard for American sets, this is not the standard around the world. European sets have no piece count. Occasionally you will find a counterfeit or fake Lego box. Ensure that the upper left-hand corner actually does say Lego. It's not just Lego colors and fonts. And look for a very highly pixelated image. Sometimes those are telltale signs that the box is a fake. Let's say that you got the bottom of some kid's toy box. You managed to get those all cleaned. Now what? How exactly do you sell those?
You can sell the bricks. You can sell the minifigs. If you go the brick route, you can sell them in weight. Be sure to just check and see how much it is per pound, like what other people are selling it for per pound. Sell it by color. Also, you would probably want to do it by pound. You can go by piece. Also, probably do it by pound.
I've had a lot of resellers ask me if it's worth it to divide it out by the pound. Okay, let's just say Lego, the prevailing rate is $10 a pound. Am I gonna get more than $10 a pound if it's $10 a pound for blue bricks versus just bulk bricks? Am I going to get more by spending the time dividing them by color?
No.
So unless you really want to divide them all by color, it is not going to make you more money, guys. I hope that saves someone time. I have bought bulk Lego from other resellers who had taken the time to divide all of those by color and lost interest by that point, when they could have just sold them bulk by the pound if that's what they'd wanted to do.
It's just tough for a buyer because you have to have multiple people that want that much of that color.
That's true. You would have to find lots of people who wanted a pound of blue bricks.
Yeah. If you are looking for something like that though, and you do want to sort it out, that would be the point where you would want to go to Bricklink. Bricklink is a good spot to sell sorted stuff and lots of individual pieces.
I feel like that could be an entire niche or genre that you get into as a reseller and specifically sell Lego. If you're going to open up a Bricklink account, understand that there is a lot of time and dedication and a ton of storage that is going to be required for you to sell on Bricklink.
There's plenty of people that pay their bills just from selling individual Lego pieces.
What a way to pay your bills. Even if the Lego is used, if you have a pretty good idea about what the set was, you can still sell it used by the set. You are going to have to sort it out though. You are going to have to count every single piece. If there's no box, that's okay, but you want to have instructions. If you can't find instructions, you can definitely go to lego.com. I will put a link in the description straight to the page where you can find instructions on every single set that is available. You don't have to build the sets though. I see a lot of resellers again stepping away from reselling Lego because they don't have time to sit and build every set. That would be the equivalent of thinking you needed to beat every video game in order to sell video games. You don't have to build it. You just have to count the pieces and ensure that they're all there.
In the back of the instruction manual, it will show you a piece count of every single piece and how many there are.
Every single piece, you guys. And I know I've seen you do something on Whatnot, even if you are certain that a set is complete. What do you usually say?
I say that it's 99% complete just in case there is one piece that, you know, maybe it falls off in shipping or it falls off in the bag and they don't get it out.
Out of an abundance of caution, you could say something like that the set is 99% complete. Instruction books also feature the set number, a picture of the set. You could even use this in a listing photo as long as the instruction booklet is coming with it. That is a picture of the product. And then in the back here, this is where you're gonna find every single piece required and needed for this set. Part numbers are listed below every single brick piece. Check out how thick this Lego book is. Occasionally a set will say 3-in-1. That means that there are 3 options for how this set can be put together, and each of those options has its own instruction book. If you're gonna sell a set like that, ensure that you have all of the instruction books for the appropriate builds. Who wouldn't just build the pirate ship though? Very small sets books aren't even bound, they are just stapled together. Really simple little books, and then you can also even have books as small as these. If you find just the instruction books, they can and do sell, but most don't sell for a ton of money unless they are an extremely valuable set. One reason people think that they have to build the set is that they need a picture of it complete. Those pictures are all available online, and trust me, Lego probably took better photos than you, or just an average Lego collector might have a photo online somewhere. If you do build the piece, please don't make the mistake. Remember when we bought that set that was built complete?
It was this clone turbo tank and it was the worst time of my life.
Dello found this set built complete on eBay, and never did we imagine that they were going to ship it built. What in the world would make you think that this would arrive after tumbling down a USPS or UPS conveyor belt built? Not only did he have to rebuild it, which is fine because we enjoy building Lego, but he had to unbuild every single piece and then separate it, and the seller did not include an instruction booklet, so you had to go online and find your own instruction booklet also.
And there was no padding around it. It's almost like they just put it in a box and just hoped. It was bad. They did send an additional Obi-Wan Kenobi though. That was the only plus.
What a terrible way to sell Lego. Ziploc bags are just fine. I would say the average Lego collector is not offended by a Ziploc bag and having the pieces in there. If you do assemble it, then sort the pieces by the bags. In the actual Lego instruction manual, you'll see bag 1, bag 2. If you're gonna build this set, you know which pieces were included in bag 1. If you sort those by the bags, your Lego collector is likely to come back to you for additional builds because they know you really took some time sorting the set out for them. So what if I've sorted all of the pieces, Dello, and I find that I'm missing 1 or 2 pieces, and that is the only thing keeping this $400 or $500 set from being complete? What do I do now?
Either check Bricklink, or I would even just go through just bulk Lego and just hope that you can find it, because again, the problem with Bricklink is that most of the time you're not going to be able to buy a single piece from a seller, because you're going to be spending like $5 shipping, and it's literally going to be a penny piece, a piece worth a penny, and it's not worth anybody's trouble to do that. So you're gonna be spending a lot more money to try and complete your single set.
I would do it for a $500 sale though. If you don't want to head to Bricklink and you can't find it in your own bulk Lego, then you could always describe the set as nearly complete. You could even detail the part that is missing. Every Lego piece in the back of the instruction booklet has a part number as well. You can look those up on Bricklink also. Say you've sourced some really clean Lego, you're ready to sell it. What types of places can you actually sell Lego? One place is Bricklink. Dello, can you describe to everyone who's unfamiliar, what is Bricklink?
Bricklink is basically a website where any piece or minifig you'll ever need or want is can buy. Most of the time sellers have like a minimum quantity or a minimum like amount of money that they want, but you know, you just buy whatever you need.
You can buy individual sets there, but most of the time people are just buying individual bricks a la carte. Doesn't Lego own Bricklink now?
Yeah, they bought them a couple years back.
You can also sell Lego on eBay. There's no gated process to that. You can sell it on Amazon, but if you're selling new Lego on Amazon, you do have to be ungated. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not an Amazon seller, but that is what I've heard about Amazon, is that you do have to be ungated to sell Lego there. Another really cool opportunity to sell Lego, especially if you buy it in bulk, if you have a lot of minifigs, is a store called Bricks and Minifigs, BAM. That store is so cool. We're buyers there more than sellers there, because it's the equivalent of taking your items to like a pawn shop or a consignment store, or Plato's Closet. If you've ever taken clothes to Plato's Closet, they're not going to give you your top resale dollar, but they are going to buy it on the spot, and it could be a lucrative way to unload a lot of bulk Lego if you're not interested in sorting it. Also, you wouldn't have to ship bringing it directly into the store. One caveat with Bricks and Minifigs, if you're buying things there, they do have a contract with Lego, but they also are allowed to have a certain percentage of items in their store that are not Lego brand. So while you're in the store, understand that not everything in there is Lego brand, although the bulk and majority of it is. You can also sell Lego on Poshmark, and I've seen people get incredible prices over there. The shipping is going to be cheaper because up to 5 pounds is going to ship at that flat, what is it, like $8 over on Poshmark. Whatnot is where you sell the primary bulk of your Lego. What do you enjoy about selling on Whatnot versus selling on eBay when you're unloading Lego?
Just like the community, I guess, is everyone all comes in there, and you, even if you're not like selling everything, like I'll have like an hour that I don't sell stuff and I just sit and talk. It's just nice. It
is definitely a social media platform, and it does bring collectors together in one place to sit and chit chat about Lego. And I know you've had a few pieces that you weren't positive about the value, and there's always, it feels like, someone in the chat that's going to tell you exactly what that's worth, and it's hard to get rid of something for a lot less than what it's worth over on Whatnot. That being said, you've also sourced some epic Lego hauls on Whatnot. Most recently, he spent $190 on, what, about 300 minifigs?
Yeah, something like that.
Over on Whatnot. It was a bulk auction. It was really epic, and those are the items that he's taking now individually and selling them on Whatnot himself. How do you feel about reselling or buying Lego on Mercari?
Mercari is a bit of an iffy place if you're getting into Lego, because there's a lot of fake stuff and like custom stuff that isn't like official Lego. So, you know, like I'm well versed and I stay out of Mercari. One
more really cool place to sell Lego in person would be Lego conventions. Just like comic book collectors have Comic-Con, they have Lego conventions. Two really well-known ones:
Brick Fair, Virginia, and Brick World, Chicago.
So definitely check those out. We need to go to a convention like that sometime soon. We had hoped this year to go to one, but we didn't make it. We went to FlipCon instead. So maybe next year we'll make it to one of the big Lego conventions, and they have what is called yard sale tables. Those sell out within minutes of becoming available. So definitely check out those websites if you're interested in bringing a yard sale collection of Lego to a convention like that. I mean, they sell out within 2 minutes of being posted. It's pretty competitive to get a table. Here's a part of the video that I didn't tell you about Dello. We're gonna be talking about some rare pieces, sets, and bolos. I found an article on brickfact.com. I'll link below to the article. These are some of the most expensive Lego pieces that have ever sold. We'll include rare minifigs in the next video that is specifically about minifigs, but I have to tell you guys about the 16 by 8 by 6 Slave 1 windshield. Don't you have the Slave 1?
I do not. That's the UCS Slave 1 from 2015. I have the 20th anniversary one from 2019.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because if you have the windshield, just the clear windshield piece from this UCS set, it was sold between 2015 and 2019, so it's not even very old. How much do you think just the windshield piece goes for on Bricklink?
I'm gonna guess like 40 bucks.
$190. $190. It's incredibly rare, and it has multiple pinpoints, so you could customize that for other vehicles. Lots of people want that windshield piece to use for other mocks and building sets. $190 just for the windshield. So if you buy bulk Lego, don't think that there couldn't be some gem or jewel in there. That's a clear piece that could get right by you, and that's almost $200 sale. How about this piece? This is a 6x6 inverted radar with hollow studs. It came with the Star Wars TIE Fighter It's an advanced hatch pattern. This one piece, guys, sells for $157.50. It's only as old as you. It was created in 2006 and almost $160 for this one piece. You've probably found some bulk Lego that this was just rolling around and you didn't even know it. Another piece I found that was really cool is this monorail cover. This actually just covers the motor of the monorail. How much do you think this monorail motor cover goes for?
$80.
$73.42. The crowd goes wild. That's just for this one part to a set that was created in 1990. And I thought, what's stopping you from buying the entire set and just selling this one part? So I went to eBay and I typed in the set number, and what do you think the entire set goes for?
Probably like $2 grand.
$1,300. So if you find just the motor cover, it's very non-assuming little red piece. It sells, again, $73. The last piece we're going to talk about is a base plate of sorts, but it's a base plate canyon, and it only came from a castle set that was released in 1996. This base plate set goes for a lot more than the average base plate. How much do you think it sells for?
If you're talking about one line, I have one of these. They did these raised base plates in like the 90s, like 80s and 90s. There's a space one that has like moon craters and stuff. They do sell for a lot more than what you would think it would. As
a castle collector, give me a price value.
I'm gonna say like $200.
$76.
That's it?
That's it. But it is
for a base plate.
Yeah, so if you see base plates like this that again are raised, they're not just your flat average base plate, definitely comp these out, look them up. It could not be easier to look up something like this. You can use Google Lens. There's such a wealth of knowledge of information about Lego online. This is going to come up every time you Google Lens it.
Again, it is raised, as you can see, and it's not different pieces. Like, it's all just this.
We're nearly finished with part one of this video, but I can't leave you not knowing how to price your Lego. So I found a Rockstar set, but I don't know what it's worth. How do I find out?
You could go into eBay and type in either the set number, like put Lego and then the set number, or just look up the set's name. It'll say it right. It'll usually say it either right above or below the set number. And then it'll show you all the ones, and again, you just gotta go to sold comps. It's the same as if you find something at the thrift store.
Filter by sold, you're gonna see it there, and eBay is such a good place to buy and sell Lego that whatever that eBay prevailing rate is typically what it's selling for everywhere else. Don't feel like you need to go to specialized Lego websites or forums to figure out what it's worth. eBay's prices are usually pretty dead on. If you're selling bulk Lego, again, just like the price of certain commodities varies daily or monthly or annually, the price of bulk Lego varies also. So type in Lego by the pound or Lego pound into eBay, filter, search by sold, and you're gonna see what people are paying by the pound. On average, I feel like that's usually around $10 a pound. I've seen it fluctuate a lot higher and a lot lower than that. Again, if you bought bulk Lego and you find one printed piece, if you will just Google Lens that one printed piece, oftentimes a Bricklink page will pop up. It's gonna give you the part number on that one printed piece that you found. The top toolbar on Bricklink appears in, if you click that, type in that part number, then it's going to show you every single set that part ever appeared in. If you start looking around and the rest of those pieces look like it may go to that set, you may be able to identify your set that way. Some Lego pieces have stickers, and those come on sticker sheets. If you're trying to sell a set that includes stickers, you need to ensure that the stickers come with it, and some Lego pieces are actually printed. There's no sticker on that piece on the bottom. That is actually printed directly onto the brick. There's so much to know and to learn about Lego, and there's so much money to be made. I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface. I feel like this has been a very brief tutorial, but hopefully helps some of you guys get into Lego.
Yeah, the next video is going to be exclusively about minifigs, and that's my specialty and where the real money's made.
What's the most expensive minifig you've ever sold?
It was a Phase 2 Captain Rex, and he sold for $220.
Wow. Do you know how much you had invested in that minifig?
I bought the whole lot for about $500, and I sold another guy in that lot sold for $110. So, and then there's plenty of other minifigs in there.
It was an entire bulk lot of Lego. In that video, we're gonna show you how to date minifigs, how to authenticate them, and absolutely how to sell them. So if you have liked this video, please like this video, share it with someone you know that wants to get into the world of reselling Lego. Thanks so much for watching. God bless, and remember,
treat your business like your business.
Bye.